And we're back with a how-to video. So we hunted the Delta with this, and we realized that we needed a blind. We had some mallards coming over and they saw us, and we were a big open spot in a tule patch, and we figured, you know what? I can build a blind. So why not try to make one? Looking around the internet and couldn't really find something that I wanted, and that was just way too expensive. $800 for some things. It was, all right, not happening. So I figured I could spend 100, 150 bucks depending on the type of material I get and build one for myself. So what I did was this. I looked around, I found a scissor blind, an idea, and I know I can make it. So what I did was I went Home Depot and I got 3 pieces of 10-foot, 3/4 inch EMT conduit. I got 2 pieces of 5-foot conduit that I'm gonna cut in half. I already started cutting one. But basically how this is gonna work is I'm gonna have a piece going across the center like this, right here. And this is gonna be up here, and there's gonna be one up front up there. And then basically I'm gonna have those 5-foot pieces that I'm gonna cut in half, and I'm gonna bring it up and fold back down. And it's just gonna be a little bracket that holds this in place. So I'm gonna have one here, and I'm gonna put it with C-clamps. These are all my materials. I'm gonna put C-clamps on each one, and I'm gonna attach that cross member to the middle of these C-clamps right here. And then I'm gonna use these to hold it in place. I'm gonna use these kind of little pin lockers. I'm gonna attach the 10-foot pieces together with this 3/4 inch 90-degree elbows with screw couplings and just some various nuts and bolts, making sure that these nuts and bolts go and fit these holes of these mending plates. So it's just gonna all kind of piece together. The only things I really have to cut is just the conduit. I'm just gonna do it with an angle grinder. I'm gonna mock it up first, kind of see how I want it, and then start cutting from there. Okay, so next day, change of plans. I'm actually going to increase the distance, oops, on the actual flip top right here. And this little section, instead of having it kind of sit in the middle, so when it flops up like this, it sticks out too much with the actual boat. And I don't really want it to be like sitting like this with an open V in the boat. I really want it to be as tight as possible, so all I have to do is have enough room just for my shoulders to stick out and go up here. I want it to sit level just with my head, so all my eyes are, the only thing that's sticking out is like really my head at shoulder height. And if I have it at this level right here, it's not going to be enough. It's going to go like to the base of my shoulders or a little bit lower, and I'm not going to have enough hide. I want the actual flip top to be much higher up. So how do I do that? I went and I bought 2 more of these 10-foot sections that I'm going to cut to basically inside the brace right here. And I want them to just clamp right in between the clamps. And then I'm going to use this as an axis for each side. So this side right here, this flip top side right here, it's going to come all the way down to here. I'm going to bolt it right here on the outside. Then on the other side, since that one is on the outside over here, I'm going to have it on the inside on this brace one. And then for example, this guy right here, this one will be on the outside on this one, meaning that over here, it's going to be on the inside of that one. So I'm going to have 2 different fulcrum points on each side of the actual main brace right here, and then it's going to have a much higher center fulcrum to come from up, so that the entire blind will come up higher. You'll see, but I got to do some cutting right now and some measuring. So these are what the joints are going to look like. There's a 1/4-inch bolt, washer, and then a washer. That's just different sizes because I ran out of washers, and then a nut, and it's the same on this side, and I'm going to do it to this side and that side too. So now this flips up, and I have my scissor with a longer fulcrum on each side, and I'm just going to make 2 of them. This is the front of the boat. This is what it looks like. Doesn't really stick out that far, but basically they overlap 3 wide, and I have these bolt, washer, nut, and it doesn't really stick outside the boat that far. It's pretty much like right on the edge. Right on the edge right here. It's pretty compact. Backside's a little thicker, but nothing really in the way, and of course I can move the whole thing up or back to my liking as well. Anyhow, I want that up there too. But this is what it looks like. That'll give us about that much room that we can stick our heads out through. 2 sides. We now have a frame. Just pins. Alright, well, from the backyard, we're going to paint it because I don't want to flare birds with this reflective metal. And I got the high and dry pole out here with the light so I can see what I'm doing. I can put that bad boy anywhere with that stake. And let's start painting. All right, so it's the next day. Let the boat blind dry. All the paint seems to be pretty good on it, and these C-clamps are handy because I just popped it right on and then just screwed all these down. And I mean, it is pretty sturdy, shaking the whole trailer when doing that. So hopefully it lasts when I'm going 65, 70 miles an hour down the road pulling the trailer. We'll see. Now I just got to put it, up. And then I just got some camo netting off Amazon that I'm going to clip on with these little guys. Put this on the actual thing to make it tight. And then I'm just going to run it so that it's on the actual like bottom of the boat. Not the bottom of the boat, but like the edge of the boat, just to hold it down tight. And all I gotta do is put it up and take it down and roll it up and get out. If you just tuck it down, fold it as you go, take it up, fold it, take it up, fold it, maybe even add some bungee cords a little bit here and there. Folds down pretty nicely, and I do this anyway on both sides to keep the boat on the trailer for extra security, but it doesn't fold down too bad. I think we did a pretty good job here. We'll see how it flies in the wind, but pretty proud of it. Hope it does well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys can do the similar thing or kind of modify it to your boat as needed. But if I were to do anything differently, I would use a little bit smaller of diameter screws and smaller pins, and make sure I got the right screws for the right portions, and not just get 2.5 inch all around. Maybe smaller washers too, and then maybe not make it as long so it doesn't stand up as tall, but we'll see how that goes for this season. I can always just cut the actual arms on there anyway and just bring it a little bit down, so not too big of an issue. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys can do the same thing. What do you think?